Hi, I'm Jessica Amir for the Finance News Network. Joining me from Cyclopharm is Managing Director and CEO James McBrayer. Hi James and welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So first up, James, for those new to the company, can you just give us an introduction?
We were listed in 2007. We're best known for a product called Technegas. It's a nuclear medicine imaging agent predominantly used to diagnose pulmonary embolism or blood clots in the lung. The technology itself is quite unique in the world, where it represents, it mimics oxygen. Anywhere that oxygen goes, our product is deposited there. And whilst we're best known for diagnosing these blood clots in the lungs, with the advent of new technology, we're starting to see more and more applications being developed.
Now to your FY17 results, what were some of the highlights, James?
We're operating on a calendar year, so we're closing in on our final orders, so we'll be producing those results in early February. But most of 17 was about getting ready for, I guess, the future. We relocated our facility. We've started our US FDA clinical trial. We commenced another clinical trial to expand the use of our proprietary products. We've commercialized a new product called Ultralut that we're looking to launch in the market in early 2018. And I think from an organizational point of view, we've got all the pieces in place now to leverage off our opportunities.
And just for the purpose of investors at home, can you just tell us a little bit more about your lead product, Technegas, about its application?
So it was originally invented in Australia nearly 30 years ago, and it's considered best in class. Anywhere that Technegas is distributed, it's seen as the market leader. In fact, in Europe, where we're best known for, it's actually listed in the European guidelines as the agent of choice. The technology itself, anywhere that oxygen goes, our product is delivered there. So whilst we're best known for diagnosing blood clots in the lungs or pulmonary embolism, with the advent of new technology, there's more applications that are evolving that we're looking to expand into.
Just before we go to the new areas, maybe you can tell us about the established areas and the sales.
60% of our revenues are based in Europe. Our largest single country market is Canada. That took our #1 slot about 3 years ago. And we see Canada as a great lead indicator of what to expect for market penetration in the United States when we become US FDA clear. We raised about 7 million Aussie in June this year, so we're fully funded from the point of view of actually delivering on our near-term objectives of getting US FDA approval.
And maybe you can tell us about the market opportunity in the US.
Half the world's nuclear medicine departments are in the US. We're already servicing the other half. The opportunity just in diagnosing pulmonary embolism in the US is worth $90 million US dollars, and that only represents 15% of the overall market in diagnosing pulmonary embolism.
And James, you alluded to new products earlier, but maybe you can unravel that for us.
We have a new product coming out on the market called Ultralut. Ultralut had its origins in nuclear medicine, where about 8 years ago there was a global shortage of this isotope called technetium-99. Technetium is the isotope used in about 85% of all nuclear medicine studies. It's produced with nuclear reactors. We don't have the ability to build a nuclear reactor, but we can build technology that can make that isotope more efficient, more useful, and more applicable in how nuclear medicine departments handle that. That's where Ultralut came in. So we're launching that product in early 2018, and any nuclear medicine department that has this isotope in use is a potential customer of ours.
A more general question now, James. Tell us about the prevalence of lung disease and how your company is really curbing that.
We're best known for pulmonary embolism, but we're starting to see applications in disease states like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. 1 in 7 Australians over the age of 40 has COPD, and that doubles when they get over 75. In applications like asthma, 1 in 9 Australians have asthma. It's about 0.9% of the total Australian healthcare dollar. We see our application in being developed in not only early diagnosis, but also patient management.
And just wrapping up, James, what can investors expect in terms of news flow over the next 12 months?
Our biggest near-term milestone will be our first 40 patients out of our 240 patient trial that we're working on and getting US FDA approval. We expect that to be in the first quarter of 2018. The FDA is absolutely our number one laser focused, a $90 million USD market when we're trading at 12 to 13 Aussie on a per annum basis. With Form, when you look at what we've been able to achieve in Canada in converting that market, it's our number one objective.
Well, James McBrayer, thank you so much for the update.
Thank you. My pleasure.